Yesterday when we were watching film, you said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Here we go. 12. 13.
Garoppolo on first down. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. A good pickup there, a 22.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a... Now Garoppolo. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Now McKinnon. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
12. Here we go.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7. And just like that, it's 3rd down. The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
11.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
To throw is Garoppolo. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Now a first carry for Garrett Blount. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. Reuben Foster not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. San Francisco's offense back onto the field. And take a moment to acknowledge the passing of Dwight Clark, one of the great ones back in June, and the Niners announced that this year they're going to wear number 87 logo on their helmets. A fitting tribute.
A fitting tribute indeed. One of the all-time greats for the San Francisco 49ers. And I often think how they saw him and got him on the team. And it was very simply this. Former coach Bill Walsh went to work out a quarterback named Steve Fuller at Clemson, and he needed someone to catch the ball. And they got Dwight Clark off the golf course to catch the football for him, and Coach Walsh walked away thinking, I might have something with this wide receiver, and the rest is history.
And, of course, he had the catch, and they're going to put a statue of that outside the stadium before their October 21st game. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Throw left side complete. That's Goodwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He was brought down by Devon Kennard.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. And Gold is able to put it through. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
And Detroit getting set to go now. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Now a carry for Blount. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. On second down, here's Stafford. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Flush to his right. He's going to let one fly for Tate. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Now McKinnon to start the drive. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And Garrett Selleck here on the completion. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
11.
Garoppolo now. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. McKinnon. Room here to run. Across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, 27 yards. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. Gould able to tack on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be second down. And with his size coming out of the backfield, usually takes more than an arm tackle to get him down. That's why they like to get him involved in the passing game.
No doubt about it. You saw him running that angle route there and catching the ball. With his size, not often
Now a first down throw. Stafford. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, right now, Charles, we sit in the thick of preseason, and, of course, that means we're in the thick of fantasy football draft season. So, the top five. It's good to have David Johnson back, Le'Veon Bell, of course, Gurley, Ezekiel Elliott, Antonio Brown, all studs. Who would you take number one in a fantasy draft?
Oh, that's a tough one, but I would look at Todd Gurley and David Johnson as my top two picks. Johnson missed all of last season with a wrist injury, and with potentially a rookie quarterback there and a little bit of a rebuild, he may get more work than he can possibly handle. Todd Gurley was a beast for L.A. last year, running it and catching it.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. DeForest Buckner able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
Set. Waiting.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is brought in at the 21. So an entertaining first half, and now we have hit the 2-minute warning.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 11, 11.
The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Jerick McKinnon with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's there've got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Blown. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, hey, we got to get in the AFC Week 1 talk. We talked about the NFC and what to look forward to on their schedule, but there's some great AFC games as well.
And many people believe the AFC West is as good a division as there is in the NFL. How about this for an opener? Kansas City Chiefs headed to take on the Los Angeles Chargers. Patrick Mahomes, the new quarterback for KC, has to deal with the pass rush of Joey Bosa and Melvin Ingram. And a second one that catches my eye is Houston at New England. The Texans always trying to measure themselves against the Patriots. Now they get back Deshaun Watson. They get back J.J. Watt and Whitney Merciless, and they take on the defending AFC champs in Foxborough.
And one crossover game that's pretty interesting. How about Jacksonville against the Giants?
What I like about that one is you have a Jacksonville team that came so close to getting to the Super Bowl last year, but they and the Giants have a similar philosophy about how to play the game. They're going to be physical. They want to run the football. So Leonard Fournette for Jacksonville and the rookie for the Giants, Saquon Barkley, they could both get a lot of carries in that game. And last but not least on that one, how about Pittsburgh at Cleveland? People don't think about that game very much, but this has been the summer of the Cleveland Browns in preseason. Will Baker Mayfield actually hit the field? And can Cleveland start a new era with a big win over Pittsburgh?
They'll run it here with Blount. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's Stafford now on second down. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. This will be from 56 yards out. Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. This will be from 56 yards out. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. On the return, here comes Victor Bolden. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now he's going to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Hey, I need one.
After the interception, here's Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt.
Trying to get that one to it. Trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Set, waiting.
Second and 10, Stafford again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Ready? Lady!
On third down, Stafford. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So a bullet dodge there defensively. They surrender excellent field position on the kick return, but it winds up not costing them a thing.
And that's a tough sequence of events from an offensive perspective. The inability to get first downs leads to the field goal try. And the inability to cash that in leads to nothing on the scoreboard.
And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Go ahead.
Here again is McKinnon. And some room to work. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Toss play to McKinnon. And some room to run now. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Right back to him on first down. And he's got some space here. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here we go. 12. 21.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And that's incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
11.
Garoppolo to try again on second down. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
He wasn't ready.
The Niners on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Play action. Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And Gold is able to put it through. And the lead now increases to 20-0. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On 1st down, Stafford here. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Down 1. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. The tackle there by Eli Harold.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 17. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Eli Harold. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Here we go, here we go. 180! 12, 12.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo eluding the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
This is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Pierre Garçon, 29 yards. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Gold to add the extra point. Gold with the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Lions now. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. To throw on second down. Stafford buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
Now they try the right side here. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Again, here's Blunt. Oh, fighting off the defender. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And a play fake here on first down. Reuben Foster in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
The Lions on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Reuben Foster picks it. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Fights loose. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. Man open. It's Goodwin. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. So they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On play action, now Garoppolo. Flush to his right. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. He got 29 yards that time. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
11.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
The Niners on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Hey, gun.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. His pass caught at the 4. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, a 5-yard touchdown. And the 49ers, they're just pouring it on. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They'll run again with Little. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
The Lions on third down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 10.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. They find some open field here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards there and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Watch tight. Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right.
You ready? Blue 60.
Down. Stand up in.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says try something different, try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Here's Sam Martin now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it down.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. On play action, it's Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. There he goes, right side. And he's going to be marked down deep in Detroit territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 69 yards. Garoppolo looking to throw. 11 more on that one, and another first down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. There's Garoppolo to throw. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers.
Field standing alone on 2nd and goal is McKinnon.
Go ahead, go ahead. White. 12, fellas, here we go. Go ahead. 12. 11.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. And this is going to be intercepted. Nevin Lawson with a pick. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. They start on the ground here with Blount. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
But he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Earl Mitchell in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
Set. 180.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. So, Charles, are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended the game on the field, that defensive unit on the field. What an exclamation mark.
And probably felt like they could go another 60 minutes without anyone putting points on the board against them. That's the confidence you gain throughout when you're pitching a shutout. And they're going to leave the stadium feeling like they're all 10 feet tall.